我は具現化されたハイブリッドイマジン X 航空戦艦キアサージ。本日よりこの母校にてあなたの力とならん。私を呼び出したのはあなた？人間であるあなたが私の指揮官。イラスの分が解かれ、目覚ましい大いなる竜神を崇め立て祭れよ。人間にしては大した労力をかけて呼び出した割に、これ式によってかせで束縛しようとするなんて全く難儀なくっすね。感染の体もこの体に秘める力もフランドルの政務を果たすためのものに過ぎません。
Hello, hope everyone's doing well. Today, it's PR6 time, finally. Been pretty excited about this season. Not at first, though. The earlier ships I was a little, on. Not too huge, but they kind of rounded out pretty well. So I'll just go through them as they appear, left to right. So yeah, and just give first impression thoughts, where I think there'll be good applications for them. Potential gear loadouts. I'll go over the gear that was added with the season, so you know what you're also farming for there. There's a new rainbow gun for heavy cruisers. Let's just get started with a little Kearsarge over here. Kearsarge. Aviation battleship. The until now, probably still now, the worst class in the game of ship, because Fuso and Yamashiro are not good in that class when they retrofit. Hyuga and Issei are a bit better than Yamashiro and Fuso, so they don't get actively like as a demerit with being retrofitted, unlike Fuso and Yamashiro. And I'm just kind of a little bitter about Fuso becoming not good after being retrofit, because I was like, you rate an aviation battleship, the best of both. And it's like, it tries to do both and doesn't really get very far. So once we get some actual testing of Kearsarge, we'll see how she does. Yeah, overall, really good stats. S and firepower, HP, anti-air's B, aviation's A, so it's nothing bad. And unlike the other aviation battleships, Kearsarge can use fighters in her secondary slot. Now, just because she uses fighters there does not mean she does not have a secondary. She has a built-in secondary, kind of like Anchorage does. So she'll still be able to shoot things that are approaching. So we'll see how later on, once she is built, I'll test her in that one stage as the conga line of suicide boats. See how she does compared to Georgia, Jersey, Massachusetts. So let's begin. Skills. So I was reading through these earlier on lunch break, and I'm pretty happy with these skills. She's got 3 skills, so 10% firepower and aviation, uses both. When her aircraft hits an enemy, it inflicts a special burn for 10 seconds and increases that target's shelling damage taken from your main fleet. So she can buff your battleships. That's pretty cool. And then her main guns hit an enemy, they have a 100% chance to increase their damage from your carriers. So that's really cool. Nice double buff. Not like getting stuck in one. She's definitely a hybrid battleship carrier. And if the target is already affected by an anti-air stat debuff, further increases that target's airstrike damage taken by 8%. So if you have an anti-air debuff on the enemy, they take 12% extra damage. That's pretty cool. That's really nice. And this will last, both these effects will last until she fires her main gun. Yeah, so this one lasts until she fires her main guns. The other one lasts for 10 seconds. That's a really cool ability. Nice, good combo. You can run it with carriers, you can run it with battleships. She's not leaning heavy towards one so far. and if she has an Eagle Union or Northern Parliament main gun equipped. So I was thinking that a theme of this PR season was unification, like factions collaborating, and it seems to be the case so far. Like, I wasn't sure who Kearsarge was. I kind of thought Northern Parliament, but this basically confirms it. She got that skill. It's like Kearsarge, Northern Parliament. Shimanto looks like a Dragon Emperor ship, but she's got, you know, Sakura fits in there, and she's Sakura Empire. It's a very unlikely collaboration between nations in real life and the game, sorry. Unless there's some big changes I missed. And Felix Schultz, she looks very much like a Sakura Empire. You can't see it in this art, but she's standing on a type of lily that's like only in Asia originally. So definitely Sakura Empire and Ironblood and their, you know, tenuous alliance. And then Hindenburg, definitely Ironblood with her aesthetic. Got the wings, she got the horns, she got the black outfit. But she also has pointed ears. And I believe there's only a couple ships in the game that have pointed ears, and they're all Royal Navy. So Duke of York, Albion, and Centaur. I think she's supposed to be a collaboration between the Royal Navy and the Ironblood factions. And I believe FTG is like kicking around Scapa Flow in the story, or she captured Scapa Flow. So, you know, geography-wise, makes sense. They have a connection. And then Flandre, just Vishaya and the other one, Iris Libre. Yeah, pretty simple there. So maybe at some point they'll start combining the two French factions more. But right now it just needs the 180 Vishaya points, plus the Ironblood ones. So, back to where we were, Kearsarge. Extra firepower. Damage from cannons decreased. And she is a plane equipped, so you'll definitely want an Eagle Union or Northern Parliament main gun and fighter in her second. She increases her aviation and decreases the loading time of her first airstrike by 30%. So that's really, really cool. And then if there's another Eagle Union ship in your main fleet, so, you know, pair her with Jersey, one of your carriers. Your CVs and CVLs deal 15% more airstrike damage. But this does not stack with the skill Air Raid Assistant, so you can't use her with Kazagumo, can't use her with Benson, Yugure Retrofit. Let's check and make sure I was right about the fighters only on the wiki. So yeah, but that means you free up a slot in your main fleet for something else. Like, I don't know if Baltimore will buff her. She's not technically a carrier, but we'll see if they change that. And then increase the ship's damage dealt to burning enemies. Well, she has that skill, inflicts a burn, so that's pretty good. And I think because that burn, she'll be a little more light enemy focus, but it seems like she'll be plenty powerful regardless of what her focus is. And she seems very adaptable. And then when she gets an airstrike, when she launches an airstrike, launch an additional airstrike, and then every 20 seconds fires a level 10 special barrage. Properties that change based on whether or not there are burning enemies on the battlefield. Then inflicts a special burn for 10 seconds to enemies hit by the Oceanic Blaze special barrage. Damage increased by the skills level. So, I don't recognize that skill. No. So, I don't know if it's like the name of a barrage over here that's not outright named, or what. Yes, very strong, got barrages. I want to have faster planes on her, time them with the battleships when they fire their main guns, so get the debuff off and get as many of these extra airstrikes off as possible. She does require 1,000 Eagle Union tech points, so obviously part of the research system is later game. You know, you need to be a certain commander level to unlock it. And that's quite a few tech points. Then as she is a DR, not a PR, she needs 1.2 million main fleet EXP. She needs 8 research projects, 3 gold carrier prints, 2.4 million main fleet EXP, so that's a lot of grinding ahead, but I got a strategy for when I do her. Then more research, science breakthrough. So yeah, she needs 3 gold aviation or carrier prints and 8 gold battleship prints. That makes sense. And then obviously the buttload of coins and cubes. So yeah, overall, really like her. Got really great potential. Very nice design. It's got the bunny ears, sorta. I always think for her and Jersey, I think the ears are supposed to represent the radar. They have, well, Jersey has the radar stack on top of her, sticks up. That is Kearsarge. Next up is Shimanto. She needs 900 Sakura Empire tech points. And she needs 1 million Vanguard EXP for Sakura Empire. And then 2 million. So 3 million total for Shimanto. And you got some good options. You got Ibuki. You've got Shimakaze, Udachi, Kitakaze. You could run Noshiro, Sayaka. And then especially for farming Shimanto, as well as Ibuki, if you haven't done that already. What you can do, since it's Vanguard, it's no longer like destroyers, cruisers. What you can do is you can run heavy cruiser, Yubari, and then a different light cruiser, heavy cruiser. But Yubari will make things a lot faster. She has a skill without being retrofit that buffs EXP for your Sakura Empire cruisers. Or I think all cruisers. It should be all cruisers, but I only use her for Sakura Empire just because, if I'll be losing out on a whole ship getting EXP there. You double check real quick. All cruisers. So heavy, large, and light cruisers all get a nice buff. As for skills, Torrential Wraith. Every second wave of torpedoes the ship fires a level 10 special barrage that inflicts a special flooding. Everyone's got a special something for 6 seconds. And when this barrage activates, extinguishes all burning ships in your fleet. This does not affect special burn ailments, so like Jeanne d'Arc. And for 3 seconds, reduces the burn damage taken by your fleet 50%. So, mostly, the special flooding's nice for heavy armor enemies, but the burn, I'm just thinking of the, what's her name? Algeri meta boss fight right now. Just getting rid of that burn a bunch. Then, when the barrage from the skill is activated for the second time, improves the barrage until the end of the battle and fires again after 5 seconds. So, after your 4th torpedoes, then you'll get this improved barrage, and it'll get an extra firing 5 seconds after that 4th one. So, faster torpedoes on her seems to be the option. But get her going a bit quicker. And then when this battle starts, the ship gains a level 10 special anti-air gun. And then, so just an extra one. Looks like. So it seems like she'll be good for dealing with planes. If the ship has the prototype 150mm Type 5 Hangul gun mount, so this is the AA gun I'll go over later. Equipped. Increases the ship's 3rd weapon slot efficiency by 30%. So that should be, sorry, I should have had all of them pulled up. I wasn't sure if they were updated yet on the wiki. 1 second. Auto. So that should be her anti-air guns. Okay. I wasn't sure if she could have a either-or situation. Like Yatsen can have either-or on one of her slots. And then every 10 seconds, or when a ship in your fleet fires her anti-air guns, increases your Vanguard's anti-air by 6%. Maximum of 3 activations, can be stacked. So, yeah, fast anti-air guns get this up really quick, and you get 18% anti-air buff. That's pretty cool, especially for Sakura Empire. And then when this effect activates 3 times, restore 4% of your Mega Guard's max HP, and until the battle ends, decrease Shimanto's damage taken by 18%. So good survivability. Very cool. So definitely help with dealing with planes. See, that seems interesting. And then, oh, you know, I didn't go over the enhanced section. I can't even pull it up. Yeah, let me look, see. So for Shimanto, at Dev level 5, it's HP and anti-air, torpedo mount +1. Level 10, she gets Siren Killer, and torpedo charges reload simultaneously. So she will have 2 torpedoes. Okay, so this will launch really, really fast. So if you have fast torpedoes and then level 10 at least on her dev, she can load 2 at the same time. So that's really, really cool. That's really good. We'll have to see how that plays out. But yeah, and torpedo efficiency, rarity increases, and level 15, HP, anti-air, main gun efficiency. I'll just flip it over here so you can see what I'm talking about. Level 20, main gun mount, just more damage. Improved Siren Killer, torpedo efficiency, that's what we're looking for here. Level 25, she's got HP, anti-air, and anti-air gun efficiency. Cool. Siren Killer, special barrage, torpedo efficiency. So yeah. Looks like the main one you want to get her to is level 10. After that, obviously level 30. But yeah, level 10 is the big one for her. That's really, really cool. And before I forget, I'll go back to Kearsarge. What does she get? At level 10, she gets those special secondary guns. That helps her a lot. Main gun mount. Main gun efficiency. Level 15 fire efficiency. All fighters +1. So yeah, that's pretty standard. Nothing too crazy with that. So, game. Next up is Felix Schultz. The Ironblood Destroyer. Requires 850 Ironblood tech points to unlock. And same EXP grinding situation as Shimanto. So let's go over her skills. Tormentor of the Weak. Increases the ship's crit rate by 10% and crit damage by 20 when attacking enemies below 50 HP. So that could start stacking up really good against bosses once you start getting them low and start dogpiling them. You know, with the I assume this would apply for the it wouldn't be right now, but the extreme challenge mode with Washington and South Dakota, where they would heal. After the second heal, it was 40%, so she would still have that buff against whichever one had just healed, if you let them. So that's interesting. Not the greatest for mobbing generally, because you'll just be killing them and it won't. I guess you can hit them with her main gun. Yeah, definitely seems really good potential for bosses with a ton of HP. Every 20 seconds, fire a level 10 special barrage. Scales up the skill level. And increases the ship's damage by 15% to enemies hit by this barrage. It does not stack. So yeah, definitely stack up that damage to weaker enemies. If she has a light cruiser main gun equipped, increases her main gun efficiency and reduces the activation interval of the special barrage to 10 seconds. So instead of 20, it's half, 10. So if she has a main gun, CL main gun equipped, you should probably do the best to have that, because there's a special main gun here that gives her nice buffs, but she also gets that efficiency, and the special barrage being faster would be nicer for mobbing, because it doesn't stack, and it does not say, it doesn't say this expires. So, and it doesn't say it expires and does not stack. Looks like having the main gun equipped would be better for mobbing, but destroyer guns are also pretty good. And so, yeah, you have to play around with that. I'm not too sure on that one. And let's see, evasion, your tank here, Less damage taken. Make her tank here, so pretty good off tank. So what I'm thinking with her, as I'm reading the skill, this is very similar to Duka's skill, PvP. Slower torpedoes, more damage, and she gets a shield that pop up, similar to Duka, but you know, Duka's is when she gets low. Increases evasion rate until it's the shield's up again. And if there's an AP main gun equipped, increase the ship's damage dealt to CLs and CAs by 15%. Not main gun damage, damage dealt. So I'm thinking that Felix... Oh, nope. Not right now. Felix Schultz could probably be supplanting Shimakaze in the PvP meta. Have her and Duka and those torpedoes just wreck house. That extra damage. So let us flip over to wiki page. Torpedo mount +1 at level 5. Standard there. Torpedo preload 15. So you want to get her there. So yeah, it looks like 15 and 30. Oh, see the stats gained from auxiliary gear plus 30%. So have a washing machine and a rainbow torpedo ox on her, double rainbow torpedo ox, and that's a lot of extra torpedo and reload stats she'll be getting. Those two things there. So yeah, that's really good. So yeah, I definitely think Felix Schultz will be sneaking her way into the PvP meta, especially once people get her to Dev 30. I foresee that happening in the near future. Now, next up is Hindenburg. Definitely always appreciate more redheads. Hopefully her personality is decent. I know, because it feels like most of the Ironblood ships end up having like the generic, oh, I'm strong and I love my power and also I'm sexy and that's it. It's a little underwhelming sometimes. Overall, I like her design, and she's got the elf ears. She's also allegedly, let's see, posted. Her artist is. It is. So, Hindenburg is drawn by Yunsung, who also drew Honolulu, most importantly, Aegir, St. Louis, Pola, Zara, Torio Veneto, Surkoff, Taiho, Three Rose, and Honoka. So, definitely my favorite artist. Mostly because of Honolulu, but, you know, Zara and Pola are really good there, and so Surkoff. Yeah. So she's got a lot of good points going for her, so please let her personality not be shitty. Or at least let it be different and interesting. So, extra firepower and evasion accuracy, so good tanking stuff to start with. One of the following two effects will apply when, depending on what weapon is in her third slot. So, at Dev 30, over here real quick, she can have anti-air or CA guns. So, that's interesting. So, definitely want to be running the anti-air guns if, like, there's a lot of planes. But if there's not a lot of planes, and it's a fight without planes, just there's no planes that show up or bosses doesn't spawn any, then definitely run that CA gun on her there. That's pretty cool. Main gun, extra firepower and damage dealt by 5%. And then shells fired from the ship's main gun ignore enemy shields. So they have the AP effect without needing to be armor piercing. That's really cool. So you can run like the Drake gun on her, or one of the other guns, and not have to worry about, oh, we don't have an AP gun. It will still have that penetrate those shields. That's cool. It says ignore enemy shields, not pierce multiple enemies, so it's not the full AP effect, but it will ignore the shields. That's cool. Anti-air gun makes her tankier, and then shields. Every battle starts every 30 seconds. So yeah, it looks like CA main gun as their third slot. Damage. Anti-air, more of a traditional tank. So one of my biggest concerns with her is she is a Ironblood heavy cruiser. There are a lot of Ironblood heavy cruisers, in case you didn't notice. You've got Prince Eugen, Got her augment gear, made her pretty good. Rune Muse, Hipper Muse, Prince Heinrich, Prince Adalbert, and then Aegir is not a heavy cruiser, but she's a large cruiser, so very similar. So there's a lot of Ironblood tanks in there that she's would be competing with. So I was a bit concerned that she'll be kind of okay. Like, what's the point? You know, we already have Aegir, already have Rune, we already have runes plural. Yeah, so far looks pretty good. 3 seconds after the battle starts, and every 15 seconds after that, fires a level 10 special barrage that inflicts the hunted debuff to enemies hit. They keep adding these freaking extra debuffs that aren't mentioned elsewhere. And then every 5 seconds, if there are enemies with a hunted debuff on the battlefield, performs a special attack. So, yeah, that's nice. Especially for like a boss fight with no planes. Seems to be really good. And our anti-air isn't the best, so you could, even if there are planes, just run some other ships that have really good anti-air. San Diego, Reno, Seattle, Leipzig, Magdeburg, Regensburg, those ones. Stuff like that. Shimanto. And let's go over to her dev stuff. Main gun mount +1 at level 5. Generic stuff, what you'd expect. And yeah, so level 30 seems to be the big one for improving her potential firepower output. And obviously all of these have Siren Killer. Yes, let us move on to the final ship, Flandre. So she needs Iris or Vichy EXP. It's a lot easier to EXP farm main fleet ships because they get the MVP bonus, or they get the flagship bonus being in the middle slot. And let's see, was there anyone? No, because these lot don't have the EXP bonus, but Kearsarge does from Langley. But so skills, every 20 seconds fires level 10 special barrage, and when she fires her second main gun volley, if she has at least 60% health remaining, randomly marks one enemy target, prioritizing humanoid enemies, so, you know, the actual chibi, whether it's a siren, an opside, the enemy ship girls. Increased damage by 12% to the marked enemy, and this mark lasts until Flandre falls below 60% HP as a result of damage taken. So I don't know, this feels very, very situational. I believe I read her other skill kind of synergized with this better. But I don't know. I'm unsure about this one. It's every 20 seconds special barrage. That's nice. And the extra damage, but the HP thresholds are kind of weird. It was like 80. Okay, but it's like she's taking a lot of damage down to 60. And you want to be healing. I don't know. I don't know about that one. And extra evade and firepower. That's really cool. But when she does get low, she'll have that evade. But if she has the extra evade, ideally she doesn't get that low. And then once she falls with low 50% threshold, so she needs 60 inflict the... If she's above 6... Hang on. I'm already forgetting. At least, so a 16 above gets the marked effect. So that's decent. I thought it was like a really thin threshold. That's not. Never mind. Better than I thought. She'll gets a heal by 3%. Once per second, so 15% heal. So that'll put her to 65%. So she'll proc that skill again. Debuff. And then sets this ship's secondary gun effective range. I need to learn how to speak. And shell range to 95, and increase her secondary gun efficiency by 30%. So looks like she's good dealing with like ramming ships, suicide boats that kind of start smacking her around. knock her low. Then she says, okay, enough of this shenanigans. And she heals herself a bit. And says, cowabunga it is with the secondaries. That's interesting. I don't really know. Obviously running Richelieu for the buff. And then Champagne, probably. The triple battleship backline. I don't know. I don't know why I thought this was a different threshold. Like, this, obviously it's 100% to 60%. That's a 40% threshold. Okay. And that's every 20 seconds. That's about the same time. So just have a little bit slower gun on her. And she'll have that ready to go. So yes, what would I say is the best? As for PvP, I'm gonna say Felix Schultz. I really like Kearsarge's hybrid abilities. I'll have to see how they actually play out. I like that Shimanto has good anti-air abilities. Oh, I'm not talking about things. Flandre gets a preload at Dev 5. And she gets good mounts added on later on. That's nice. But yeah, so I don't know. I rank everyone. Definitely Felix Schultz, number 1 for PvP. For bossing, what you could do is you could run A-Gear, a Destroyer, and Hindenburg. Hindenburg as the off-tank. Double CA guns. That way, do the extra damage. And she doesn't need to be super tanky. And ideally, there's not a lot of planes to deal with. Or you have a Destroyer that's really good anti-air. The one I'm least interested in is Flandre. That's because I don't really use French ships. I like John Bart's design and Dunkirk's design, and of course Vaclin. But yeah, I don't know. Not too interested in this one. I'll probably do Hindenburg second just to get her out of the way. That fat EXP grind going on. And I don't know who I'd put first. It's between these three. Hindenburg, Felix Schultz, and Kearsarge. Kearsarge I really like because she can have fighters in her second slot, and that means I can put the fucking flying flapjack on her. The funniest goddamn plane in the game, because it looks ridiculous, and it's actually good. Ideally I'd have like the Tiger Cat or the Sea Hornet on her for that faster plane. But we'll play around. Definitely have that flapjack on when I cover her later. Yeah, it's between these three. That's who I think is the best. She's nice. Shimanto's nice as support. What I don't like is that in her intro part of the TV that I will have at the beginning of this video, that she is the dragon god, or something about a white dragon god, and if that white dragon god is not Hakuryu, I'm gonna have an issue. So yeah, that's the ships. As for who I'm building first, it's gonna be Kearsarge. I have a fleet set up for her. I go Kearsarge, Hindenburg, Felix Schultz, Shimanto, and Flandre. And I'll definitely do these 4 in a row. I might go back to PR5 and finish Chakalov. Start Chakalov and do her before I go back to Flandre. I don't know. Not really feeling the child battleship. Yeah, let me just real quick before I switch to the gear, go over my fleets I'm going to be using to grind for good old Kearsarge. So this will be the mobbing fleet. This will be World 13-4. Might switch out Udachi for someone else and Azuma for like Bremerton. But backline, Yorktown 2. Still got plenty of EXP left to grind. And Trebnix I want to gear to 125. Then Langley because she is first generation carrier. And look, it stacks. That's cool. Obviously I wish I had it higher level. I'm starting to level it now. And she'll have proper gear on, obviously. And then second fleet have good old Georgia, Bunker Hill, because she needs to swap place with Georgia. She buffs battleships. And Independence will be buffing Bunker Hill and all the carriers in the other fleet. That's really nice. So yes, this will be the Kearsarge grinding fleet for 13-4. I got New Orleans here. I get her to 125. Makaze is here. The damage and the cross fleet. Torpedo barrage. And Honolulu is here because she's Honolulu. It's obvious. Yes, let us go over to the gear. Let's see, show off. So yeah, remember it's V and the I is after the V. I may or may not have clicked on a rigging analysis for the wrong one, but it's not a Tenrai maybe. Yes, the gear. Switch over screens. So we have the Hindenburg gun. We'll need 50 prints of this, so it'll take a while. Let's get really lucky. Good damage, relatively quick. The room gun's a bit faster. That's fine. Got that extra firepower. Nothing too crazy. Nice spread of damage modifiers. So it can kind of just hang out in the middle. And this will be the Kearsarge gun. So a bit on the slower side. It is HE, so that makes sense. Decent damage. Nothing too special there. Now, I noticed that they have some additional skills that some of these new guns are getting. So it's the triple 150 anti-air gun, or not anti-air gun, sorry, CL guns. This is the Shimanto gun. And I'll definitely be making some of these. I think I'll definitely give one to San Diego. Because they get a special anti-air gun. Now, this doesn't really work with Shimanto because the special anti-air guns do not stack. It says it isn't mentioned clearly in the game, but it won't stack with Shimanto's special anti-air gun. So, for like San Diego, Reno, Seattle. Ooh, well, you don't want to run double in Seattle. So run this and 2 anti-air guns in Seattle. So she has 3 total. That's going to get pretty silly pretty quick. And next up is the, what's her name? Felix Schultz gun. So armor modifiers plus 15%. So it'll be 115, 95, 75, which is decent for AP. Good spread. And because some of the Ironblood destroyers can use CL guns, I know Z23 can, so good for her too. That's nice. And, you know, decently fast. 3 seconds, about. And we have the Flandre gun. Decently fast, nice AP. Against medium and heavy. It's light, it's fine. No silly shenanigans like the Betty gun. It's cool. And then the single 55 Geralt anti-air gun is just one. This would be like for 20 of the Ironblood ships came out with this PR series. So yeah, overall, definitely interested in that CL gun that gets the extra anti-air gun, and then the UR gun. My most interested ones. This guy and this guy. This for those extra stats, and it's already AP. So yes, that was my PR Season 6 analysis. Let's just get over with. Yes, I'm doing Kearsarge first. I was waiting all day after I updated. Okay, I can do some auto farming at work, or I can make it a surprise for during the video. Guess I'll be doing Kearsarge first. So yeah, you got some time to wait. Yep. Good luck grinding. Let me know who you chose first. I'll probably put up a poll. Maybe the winner of the poll get next Wednesday's lore video, history video. Alright, hope this was useful. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.